Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my performance review of the Li-Ning Speed 8 Premium. So this shoe normally retails for like 130 bucks on Amazon, but because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, it's on sale. I just checked for 100 bucks. I don't know how long that's gonna last. I mean, like for 100 bucks, you're getting a very good quality shoe. Of course, we're gonna have to see about the performance, but if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave an affiliate link down in the description box below. But let's get it started right off with the Tracciones. And as far as the pattern goes, we have that's a pretty weird pattern. You know, we have a little bit of a pivot circle right here where the ball of your foot is, but it kind of like circles out with like lines and little dots, and it kind of continues with this pattern throughout this entire outsole, right? And how does the traction bite on a clean court? It bites really, really well. There's a nice, very loud, high-pitched squeak as well. So if you're playing on a clean court, the performance is very, very good. If you're playing on a dusty court, however, it's still pretty damn good, but you're gonna have to wipe pretty frequently, right? But the good thing is that the dust is super easy to wipe off, right? So I was playing on a dirty court, and which sucked, right? But I just had to do like a wipe. I don't know if you guys can see all that dust. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I just had to do like a very easy wipe or two, and then yeah, that's a lot of dust. But that's all I had to do, and I had a few good stops, and then it would pick up dust pretty quickly. Not super fast, but pretty quickly. I would say around every like 2 to 3 plays. But like I said, it's a super easy wipe. So if you're used to wiping and you're playing on a dusty court, you guys should be fine. And also, when dust was built up on this outsole, it wasn't like a crazy terrible slide out either. It was just a minor little like slide out, you know, nothing like super dangerous like the Jordan 31 where it's just like, oh my god, and then you're gonna like pull a muscle or something. That's not like that. It's just, you just slide out like a couple of inches, and then, you know, of course, if you want total responsiveness, that still does suck, but I'm just saying that it's not super dangerous if you let all of that dust build up. So on dust, if you're okay with wiping, which I am, then it should be good to go. And as far as durability goes, as you guys all know, Li-Ning, or I guess like Chinese companies in general, make very durable outsoles because most of the people in China, I heard, play on outdoor courts. So yeah, the rubber is super hard, very thick, and also super deep. So I feel like durability, if you're gonna main the shoe on an outdoor court, you should be fine. So from my experience, the outsole performed very, very well, and I really enjoyed playing in this shoe because of the traction. Alright, moving on to the heel to toe transition. It's also super smooth, right? So here in the heel, we have a nice curved shape, pretty much a fully exposed midsole, so it doesn't feel clunky at all here in the heel. Also here in the forefoot, we have a nice curved shape and a lot of forefoot flex, as you guys can see. So heel to toe transition, when you're doing heel dominant strides down the court, it's super smooth. And also, as you guys can see, this is called the Pro Bar Lock. So it's just a plastic, it doubles as, I guess, like a midfoot chain plate, as well as an external TPU heel counter, but it does help with torsional support as well. So there's that. Moving on to the cushioning setups. So we have a mix of foams. So as you guys can see from the heel, the bottom of the heel, also through this kind of like eclipse plate, and also here in the back of the heel, we can see this white foam that looks like boost, right? And Li-Ning calls this boom, and boom is super nice. It's lightweight, there's a good amount of bounce, crazy compression, it's super soft, so that feels very nice. And as you guys can see, kind of like this midsole carrier right here with this purple and pink gradient, that is light foam. So how does the cushioning setup feel? It feels so good, right? So in my personal opinion, or just like my personal preference in what I want from a cushioning setup most of the time, is a cushioning setup that's responsive and somewhat soft, nothing like too crazy. You know, if there's a little bit of compression, I'm okay with it. And if there's a little bit of a bounce back from the foam, I really like it as well, which this cushion has, right? So this cushioning setup is extremely low to the ground. It feels very, very similar to the Harden Volume 3, and I really like the feeling of the Harden Volume 3. So if you like the Harden Volume 3 cushioning setup, you'll definitely like the Speed 8 Premium, right? So it's super low to the ground. Also, you feel a little bit of compression right underneath your foot from the foam. It's very, very soft, but it's super subtle. I feel like if you're heavier, you're definitely gonna feel it a lot more than me because I am pretty light. So step and comfort also is very good. Impact protection was adequate as well. If you're doing super hard impacts, I feel like you should be fine. When I was playing in it, my feet really never hurt. You know, even on hard heel strikes or just landing hard on my forefoot as well, my feet really didn't hurt. So I feel like impact protection was good. Also, there is good compression here in the heel because of this exposed foam. There's really nothing caging the foam either. And also it's a very responsive cushioning setup. Like you feel very quick. It's not too soft in any parts of the cushion either. So it's just a cushioning setup that does everything really well in my opinion. And just in my personal preference, it's a really nice cushioning setup. If you want something crazy like a lot of bounce or a lot of compression or something super soft, you're definitely not gonna get it here. It's just like I said, the bounce is pretty subtle, the compression is pretty subtle, and the impact protection is pretty good. But if you want something low to the ground and responsive and a little bit of bounce and all that, then this is a great cushioning setup. Alright, moving on to the materials. So here in the toe box and also pretty much throughout this entire upper, we have like a textile material. And it's a very nice and comfortable material, right? So it's pretty damn thin. There is a little bit of stiffness to it. I feel like maybe because it's maybe a little glued down, I'm guessing. But it broke in very, very nicely and it feels very comfortable on foot. So it conforms to your foot very, very well here in the toe box. And also here in the midfoot, it stays extremely thin, as you guys can see. As far as the tongue goes, we have a good amount of padding, so that feels very comfortable on top of your foot. And also it's a half-booted construction tongue. And then here in the ankle area, it's not really, I don't know what to call this. It's like an Achilles pad, but it's not like super thick. You know, it doesn't, like, you know, normally, maybe in like the Harden Volume 5, the pads kind of like protrude out a lot, right? But in this shoe, it doesn't protrude out that much, but I guess it is a little bit of extra foam. It does have a nice texture to it, kind of like very similar to the Harden Volume 3 actually, where if you kind of go up on this material, it kind of like grabs, right? So it kind of grabs your sock, I guess, and gives you a little bit better lockdown. And then when you go down, it's soft and smooth. When you go up, it's a little rough, right? So it's only on this purple part and not this like pink lining, but that's a nice little touch, I guess. So yeah, the extra foam here in the back does feel nice and cozy and comfortable. Although it's not like super thick, it's good enough for me. So the overall material, like the name suggests, it is the Speed 8 Premium, and they're giving you very premium, very nice materials. It actually reminds me a lot of the All City 9 material. You know, I actually got this colorway in, this orange. I'll just call it the Knicks colorway. It's a super sick colorway. But anyways, yeah, it's a pretty similar feeling material as far as like just feeling it in hand. I would say the All City 9 is a little bit thin, just a tiny bit. But if you know what the All City 9 material feels like, that's pretty much the same exact material in the Speed 8 Premium. Also, we got a little bit of fly wire. It is free flowing only here, where the laces go through the, it's not fly wire, you know, Nike is fly wire, but I feel like everyone just calls it fly wire. But anyways, also, if you guys couldn't notice, we got this crazy big kind of like cable that goes through this Eclipse plate is what I'm calling it. I know Eclipse plate is also Jordan brand, but anyways, it goes through kind of like the midfoot of the shoe and goes around to the medial side. So does it really do anything? Not really. Like when you tighten the laces here, like pretty tight, you can feel it tightening a little bit right here, but just a tiny bit. I feel like maybe it does help with lateral containment, which we'll get into. But overall, I don't really think it does a whole lot. But I guess it does look pretty cool. And also, I really like how this looks as well, you know? Same thing with the All City 9, right? Alright, moving on to the fit of the shoe. The fit is very, very good for me. It's actually pretty much perfect. So for the length, I went true to size and it fits me very, very well. I would say there's just a tiny bit of length, but if I went down half a size, I would say that it would be a little too short for me. So true to size was good for me. Also here in the toe box, it's a nice snug fit, and then width wise, I would say it's slightly narrow. So for me personally, the fit of the shoe was very, very good. If you have a wide foot or you want a roomy fit, you should probably go up half a size or maybe look elsewhere, because this is a very snug fitting shoe. Alright, moving on to the support and lockdown, I had no issues. So for lateral containment, there's really nothing here on the lateral side, I guess here in the forefoot, but this material is super supportive. There's absolutely zero stretch to this material. And also, I guess like this logo is, this part is kind of plastic, so that probably does help a little bit with support as well. Coming here to the midfoot, we have this wire, and then here in the heel, we have the external TPU heel counter, or like this Pro Bar lock system. So lateral containment, I had no issues with, and I feel like even if you're a bigger guy and you're doing super shifty movements, you should be good. This shoe felt overall super supportive, and also for lateral stability, look at that. just look at how much the foam protrudes out here in the forefoot. Super wide base, you're very low to the ground as well. So lateral stability was very good in the shoe as well. All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. It's coming in at 12.77 ounces. Let's check the right pair. 13.05 ounces. That's actually a good difference. Yeah, does this shoe feel very responsive? Yes, it feels extremely responsive. So when I was playing it, traction was sticking like glue. The cushion, you're super low to the ground, and also it's a very responsive cushion, which felt nice. Support, I had no issues with. The fit was very good for me as well. Lockdown, when I tightened the laces up, my shoe felt locked down into the shoe as well. So when I was playing in it, it just felt like an extension of my foot. I really never had to worry about the shoe. I just worried about playing basketball, you know, and that's really the point, just in my opinion, of a basketball shoe. It's just like, you don't have to worry about it, you know? So I really like the overall feeling of the shoe. And also, as far as like weight distribution, the weight is very well distributed in the shoe, in my opinion, right? It doesn't feel bottom heavy. It doesn't feel too like bulky or anything here in the heel or in the forefoot or anywhere. It's just like, just a very nice, evenly distributed weight throughout this entire shoe as well. So when I was playing in the shoe, I really enjoyed it. All right, as far as the ventilation goes, ventilation isn't the best, right? So as far as the airflow goes, there's actually really no airflow. There's no ventilation holes or anything, and it's a pretty thick tongue as well, so this shoe is going to be kind of hot when you're playing in it. Moving on to the aesthetics, I absolutely love it. This colorway is super sick. There's also another colorway on Amazon, and also I've seen some PEs. I feel like I saw like Fred VanVleet playing in this shoe as well. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, yeah, this shoe is absolutely amazing, right? And I don't know what it is with Li-Ning, but they're just making bangers. You know, the Speed 8 Premium is amazing. The All City 9 is amazing. The All City 9 V2 is amazing. The WOW 9 is I feel like they did a little too much on that shoe, but it's still a pretty good performer. So overall, I absolutely love playing the shoe, and I feel like most people will like it as well. If you're a guard, this is a guard shoe. It's a guard shoe. It's a very, very responsive shoe. You're low to the ground, good impact protection. The materials feel very lightweight and minimal on foot and all that. Also, if you're a bigger dude and you're looking for something that's lightweight and minimal, but also super supportive, and also something that has adequate impact protection, then this is a great option as well. I feel like most people would just enjoy playing the shoe. So anyways, this is Soul Brothers approved, and this will definitely be in my rotation. It's also, I would say it's a top tier performer. But anyways, again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. Again, it is on sale for Cyber Monday for $100, which is a great deal in my opinion. So links are below, but that about concludes this review. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.